Let's talk about the economy because that continues to be a pain point for Democrats because prices of everyday goods were down significantly more in Trump's presidency than they are today when Harris is vice president. So how does she answer a question of, was your life better 4 years ago when it comes to the economy?
Yeah, so she's going to have to talk about the relationship between the president's role and the role of the economy. So, for example, not capital gains, sorry. The cost of groceries have gone up, but that's not because things were necessarily worse under Biden. It's because we had to tackle the fact that we had COVID during that time, and we had global inflation. It wasn't just in the United States. So she really needs to bring that up. What she also needs to bring up is the fact that the grocery hikes going up is really because of unlimited corporate greed, which Donald Trump has been a huge proponent of making sure that corporations are taxed at the lowest rate. And really what they're doing because of that is just taking advantage of everyday Americans. So I think that Harris needs to continue to bring that up and what she's going to do to stop that outrageous profit margins that they're having. I mean, a lot of these companies are seeing 300%, 400%, 500% profit margins where they were nowhere near that before COVID, which really cannot be blamed on the president. She needs to focus on the fact that Donald Trump has allowed this to continue to happen.
She's on record changing her opinion on a host of issues like fracking, like the border, even whether or not to ban plastic straws. If she's confronted with those shifting positions tomorrow night, how should she respond, do you think?
Honestly, I think she should respond truthfully. I mean, the truth of the matter is that she was, she did switch her position on that. And I think it's completely okay for politicians to learn and grow, but they need to admit that when that happens. So I don't think it's something that she should shy away from. I think it's a very powerful thing for her to stand up and say, yeah, you know what? That was my position in 2019. I learned more about the issue. I learned how this affects voters. I learned that we can't just change this automatically because it could get rid of hundreds of thousands of jobs, particularly in a place like Pennsylvania, where she really needs help. So I think it's completely fine for her to just say, listen, I switched my position and I'm gonna do what's best for the American people. But then also I think she needs to bring up how Trump has also flipped his positions. He originally stacked the Supreme Court to make sure that he could overturn Roe v. Wade. He supported Project 2025, and now he's turning around saying that the government should cover IVF, which is completely in contradiction to both those things. So I think she should bring that up.
As we